students, and welcome to Historical Geology. I'm your instructor, Robert Lopez. Today I want to go over the syllabus and the Canvas page for our course. All the assignments are going to be posted and what needs to be done in what particular weeks. So for starters, once you log into Canvas and publish the course, you'll see this Geology 1B here that'll pop up on your dashboard. And so the first page you get to is the home page. And the home page, I'll put this video here. This is from last semester. I'll put the new video up, but I do have a little bit about the course description here, the textbook we're using. We're using the 8th edition, and the quizzes and the reading assignments are really based on the 8th edition, but the 7th edition works. So if you can get the 7th, it's fine. Also, I actually provide the 7th edition for free as PDF files, so you can actually read it in Canvas. The only problem with that is the place I got that PDF, some of the margins of some of the pages are kind of clipped a little bit, so you can sort of figure out the word, but you'll see that there's some clipping there. But there's a pretty good deal on the textbook that I'll talk about. In fact, it's available at the bookstore. You can rent it for the semester for like $40, so it's not a bad deal for the textbook, the ebook at least. The lab manual. So we do have a lab, and it's an online lab, just like the lectures online. Remember, this course is fully asynchronous, meaning that you do the assignments at your own time. Your only requirement is to meet the deadline, right? The due dates for each assignment. And you'll see that we'll have weekly due dates for throughout the semester. For the Historical Geology Lab Manual, you need to buy it at the bookstore. I think it's $23, I think, $24. But here I've posted all the labs are printed out. Because you're going to have to write them, interpret maps, fossils, parts of fossils, all that are depicted in the lab manual there. So certainly you can get that at the bookstore. Now let's look at the syllabus here. When you click on that, you'll see my contact information, office phone number, email. Probably the best, you can contact me through the West Valley email, but the best way to contact me is through Canvas inbox, because I'm always on campus. I'm editing assignments, I'm writing quizzes, I'm grading quizzes, I'm doing a bunch of different things, grading labs mostly is what I'm doing on Canvas. And so I'm always looking at the inbox in Canvas. So that's the best way to contact me, is through the inbox. Now, for office hours, I'll be on campus pretty much Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But you can see Wednesdays I have in-person office hours from 9 to 10. Tuesdays from 10 to 11. I also have a Zoom office hours, and they're Monday nights, Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. So you can, and I usually don't activate the Zoom unless I get somebody who's going to come, right? So if you just show up there and expect me to be there, I'm not going to be there. You got to tell me, oh, Dr. Lopez, I want to meet for Zoom. Just let me know, and I'll be there. I'll open up the Zoom. I think you go to a waiting room and then I let you in. But please let me know. That's important thing, because I will not be there unless I know that someone's going to show up. And then again, I want you to read the syllabus here. There is a syllabus quiz. And you can see that the textbook is $41.99. Here's the deal here at the bookstore. So I think one of the syllabus questions is, where can you get the textbook? At the West Valley College bookstore. Now, take a look at that. And then the lab manual you need for sure. I think for the first lab, the one that's due next Monday, which would be September 4th, I provide PDFs for you on the Canvas website, so don't worry about that one. And I don't even think that one's in the lab manual. And then you'll see there's some course themes, learning outcomes. So go ahead and read through this. I have homeworks, labs. Oh yeah, there's one thing about technical requirements here. If you're on a Mac, people like to use Safari, and Safari works great for a lot of things. It just doesn't work in Canvas. Well, it works like 95% of the time. But the problem is on exams, I have a bunch of images. You'll be looking at rocks, minerals, fossils, geologic formations, and sometimes those images don't show up on the quizzes or exams, and so you're stuck. So make sure you use Chrome or Firefox for your browser. Don't use Safari, especially when you're taking quizzes, because then I have to rewrite a quiz for you, or it's even worse, is make you do a hard copy here on campus. So you don't want to do that on exams. You want to make sure you do Chrome or Firefox for your browser. And then you can see homework assignments are going to be due every Sunday. So every week, every Sunday night, for example, the first set of assignments are due September 4th by basically midnight, right? And it's not a hard deadline. If you miss it, just email me. Hey, I've had a busy weekend. I couldn't get to these. I'll get them done by Monday night. But certainly, I'll give you probably an extra day on that. But remember, once we finish that week's assignments, there's a whole another set of assignments due the following week, which are going to take you just as much time or more, right? So we're kind of building up in this course. You'll see that there's quite a bit of coursework, and you'll see that down here, I expect to spend about 9 to 10 hours per week on this course, right? So it's going to take some time, right? And of course, we're doing it over the 15 weeks of regular instruction. Then obviously there's finals. For the quizzes are not timed. I don't really time anything, quizzes nor exams. I don't time those as well, right? Not timed. But what I do allow on quizzes, I allow two attempts, and I take the better score of the two. But in exams, it's only one attempt. So when you do the exam, make sure, again, you're using a good browser and you have a good internet connection that's not going to fail on you, right? So you can complete these exams. Yeah, so again, exams are not timed, so don't worry about the time there. And then here I have a tentative points breakdown for the course. You can see labs are a pretty significant part of the course. Uh, the, the grading here, I even have the exam dates here. I think I even have those exams published already, so they're up there. But I recommend you kind of take it piecemeal and try not to work too far ahead, right? There was one other thing I wanted to add here about, oh yeah, exams. You'll see that the exams are based on my lectures, right? They're based primarily on my online lectures, and each lecture series has a series of study questions, right? And that you can answer from my video lectures. You can look these up on the internet and get some answers in Google or whatever, but those answers are not the ones I'm looking for. So especially when a short answer essay question comes up on the exam, and and I don't see what I talked about in my video lecture, those are like 5 to 6 point questions. So you want to make sure you watch the videos, take notes. That's the important thing. Take notes, and then answer these questions. That's your guide for the exam. You should all do well on the exams. Let's see, there was another thing here. So Canvas quizzes, exams, and note that the exams are not comprehensive. They basically cover whatever I've done in the last few weeks before the exam. For example, the final is only on the last few chapters of the textbook, right? And my video lecture, so not necessarily the whole course. Like I said, I don't time anything, so if you do need extra help on other things, just let me know. But again, you have virtually unlimited time to take quizzes and exams. Again, the student expectations there, some idea of what other students are doing in their online courses here, the time commitment there. Then I have some other materials here in terms of tips for success in this class. Again, the key thing is taking notes on my video lectures. And then I have the tentative schedule here for fall of 2021. Another thing that syllabus provides is sort of the assignments that are due every week. For example, September 4th, we have these assignments. The 11th, these, the 18th, these assignments, the 25th, these, and then the first exam, September 30th, right? And I think I have this pretty much published all the way towards to the final, which is December 17th, right? So anyways, that's a little bit about the syllabus. And then in terms of the modules, right here, this tab is where the course is presented. And you'll see, every folder here or module will have different folders or assignments or instructions here for you to do. And for each module, for example, the Chapter 1 module, I have a learning guide, and you click on that. And this is basically what you need to do for this week, right? You want to read Chapter 1, and if you don't have the book yet, I do provide Chapter 1 here, so there's a PDF of it there. You can start reading that right away. Take notes. Watch my video lectures. Take notes. And I even put the PowerPoint slides up here, right? So you can download those. You want to take the Chapter 1 Canvas reading quiz, syllabus quiz. I have a concept map for the formation of planet Earth, and I have a video of me showing you how to do that. You want to do the pre-lab that we're doing this week, and then you want to do the pre-lab quiz plus the lab exercise, right? And I have some instruction of what to do there. The study questions, right? So the study questions are posted right here, and they're really going to be based on my video lecture. So if you go to the next folder in this module here, you'll see these are, that's a syllabus quiz, so you'll take that. And then here's my video lectures, right? So it's me kind of scribbling on there. So you want to make sure you watch these videos, and then take notes, and then you can answer those study questions and prepare yourself for Canvas quizzes as well. So anyways, so you can see the syllabus quiz, online lectures, the chapter 1 quiz. Here's that concept map. And so on this one, I just sort of edited it because the links changed, but I have it all up to date now. So I want you to watch a couple of videos on Earth formation, because you'll see in those videos that I had up there, I talk about the Big Bang and the expansion of the universe and the formation of stars and nuclear fusion and supernova and the development of heavy atoms to make planets. And so anyways, we go into the formation of Earth and then how the moon formed and all that. So you can watch that video here kind of as a background that kind of corroborates, or at least kind of you can see it in a different way than what I teach it from my video lectures. Then I found this pretty cool 3-minute video from Neil deGrasse Tyson about what is the most astounding fact you can share with us about the universe. And he really talks about these formation of heavy atom objects, heavier than hydrogen. And so that's the phosphorus, the calcium, the iron in our bodies, right? Where did it come from? So it came from stars. So you'll watch that. It's pretty good background there. And then here is that assignment. You'll do this concept mapping. I kind of, in my video, I show you how to do it, but you'll go to this website here called Bubble Us. And so what I do when I go here, I don't sign in or register. You can just start by going down here, start now, and then you can start mapping the concept. So it's almost like a flow chart of how things developed, right? And so again, you're going to want to watch my video on how I do that there, right? And so there's some more instructions, basically what I just showed you there. All right, so that's a little bit about that concept map assignment. And then you'll see that there's a pre-lab quiz. And then for the lab for this week, you see I have some instructions. You'll download the PDFs here. So there's really 2 exercises here for this lab for this week. Download these. I've provided an Excel file here if you want to use Excel to do this, or you can use Google Docs, right? So a spreadsheet in Google Docs. But again, if you go toward the bottom, I have some pictures here, but I do have a video of me doing that spreadsheet here, right? For that second part of the exercise. So again, read the instructions, download these. In fact, I'll just kind of click on this, and you can see these are the instructions, right? So they're pretty straightforward. You'll see that some of the things you'll need to provide for yourself: colored pencils, rulers, and scissors, right? So you'll need that, but I'm sure you have those with you. I'm sure you'll have all these at home. And then you can just start following the instructions and start answering the questions in the lab there. All right, so that's for week 1. And then you can see for week 2, remember all this is due, week 1 is due September 4th. So same thing for the second week, we have the course module. We're doing minerals and rocks. It'll be the learning guide, the lecture series, the quizzes. Here I have an extra credit quiz, definitely worth 5 points. I'll add it to your exam 1. But this one we're doing a little reading assignment and a quiz on minerals and how we take them for granted. Especially today we're looking for minerals that have rare earth elements, especially lithium, because now everyone and their brother's going to start driving an electric car, right? And they're usually lithium-ion batteries. In fact, just in the newspaper, the LA Times had an article saying how by the year 2035, the state of California is not going to allow the sale of any gasoline cars. So no more gasoline cars in California by 2035. So obviously, where is this material coming from? It's coming from minerals, right? So why don't you read this, and then we're going to do the minerals lab. Same deal there. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'll have the grades going here once you start doing assignments. Grades, so you can always check how you're doing, and then I'll check in with you at least once a week or maybe bi-weekly. I know some students like moving ahead and working ahead, but I'll keep track on you, and if you have any questions, please email me. And again, if we go back to my office hours, you can either come to campus or we can meet via Zoom. All right, look forward to seeing you guys next week.